Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're digging into a really fascinating collection of quotes and ideas you sent over.
Yeah, quite a mix.
It really is, all centered around, growth, resilience, and sort of navigating the tough stuff life throws at us.
And the sources are so varied. We've got ancient Stoics like Epictetus, Tolstoy, modern writers like Ryan Holiday.
Even figures from sports like Messi and Frosty Westering, plus Dr. Seuss, Rick Riordan.
Right, and some Chinese wisdom, that practical fear acronym, and the classic trust but verify. It's quite the assortment.
So our mission here, I think, is to unpack all this, find the connections, pull out the core insights.
Exactly. See what this tapestry tells us about, well, self-improvement and getting through life's difficulties with a bit more strength, maybe some grace.
Okay, let's jump in. One theme that really stands out right away is this idea that growth, it isn't a destination.
No, definitely not. It's presented much more as a lifelong process, a path you're always on.
Epictetus really hits this, doesn't he, when he says, show me someone actively forming themselves.
Yeah, he wasn't looking for perfection. That perfect Stoic sage, that was an ideal, something maybe unreachable.
He wanted to see the effort.
The work. He's very clear. It takes constant work and serious training needed every day. It's all about the daily practice.
Which links up so well with Ryan Holiday. His point about sustained execution, not shapeless epiphanies.
Right. We all kind of want that lightning bolt moment, don't we? That big insight.
Yeah, the quick fix.
But both the ancient guy and the modern one are saying no. It's the consistent effort, the stuff that maybe feels small day to day.
Like learning piano or something. It's not one great idea, it's thousands of hours practicing scales.
Exactly that. It's the compounding effect of incremental progress.
And I love that Dr. Seuss pops up here too. You'll never get bored when you try something new. There's really no limit to what you can do.
It adds that element of, ongoing potential. Keep trying, keep forming.
So the core message seems pretty clear. Self-improvement is this endless path, always becoming.
Always becoming one step at a time.
Okay, so growth is a constant process, but inevitably that process hits bumps, roadblocks. What do the sources say about facing those?
Well, there's this fascinating paradox that emerges. Real strength seems to come from learning how to endure difficulty, not just trying to dodge it.
And Tolstoy's wisdom here is pretty profound.
It really is. He says, the greatest joy is in knowing that we can endure anything. Anything. Slander, pain.
And the really tough part, doing it without feeling animosity towards the suffering.
That's the kicker, isn't it? Not just getting through it, but getting through it without letting it poison you inside. That's serious inner resilience.
Wow. Enduring false blame, undeserved criticism without resentment. That feels like a superpower.
Well, and the sources kind of frame it that way. They call these things false blaming, undeserved criticism, or unnecessary scolding valuable tests.
Tests, not just horrible experiences.
Tests of your inner strength. Tests of your love for others, even when they're the source of the pain. It really reframes it.
That's a big shift. And how does the FEAR acronym fit in? Face, explore, accept, respond.
It provides a practical method, right?
Yeah.
Instead of reacting instinctively, like recoiling from fear or difficulty, you actively engage with it.
Taste it, understand it.
Explore it, yeah. Accept that it's there, and then choose how you're going to respond. It's very intentional.
It sounds a bit like emotional aikido was mentioned, using the force of the challenge.
Exactly. You're not letting it knock you down. You're using its energy to recenter or even strengthen yourself.
And the Chinese wisdom adds another layer about being misunderstood.
Yeah, the idea that a virtuous person might be unknown or misunderstood, but crucially, they're not disappointed by this.
So your inner state, your strength, doesn't depend on whether people get you or approve.
Precisely. It's an internal anchor. Really powerful when you feel like the world's misjudging you.
Okay, that focus on inner strength, on enduring the present challenge. It leads nicely into the next theme, doesn't it? The power of the present moment.
It does. And Frosty Westering's advice is just brilliant here. Make the big time where you are.
Explain that a bit more, it sounds like. Don't wait.
Exactly. It's pushing back against that constant feeling that significance is always somewhere else. The next job, the next level, the next place.
So excellence isn't about the situation you're in, but how you approach it.
That's it. Bringing your best, bringing that focus and quality to whatever task or circumstance is right in front of you. Now.
Don't wait for the perfect conditions or the big break.
No. And that connects directly to what Lionel Messi said about overcoming anything, if and only if you love it enough.
Loving the process.
Loving the process, the work, the challenge right now. That deep engagement, that love for what you're doing, That's what unlocks the potential.
So the big time isn't a destination you reach.
It's a state of mind, a way of engaging that you cultivate wherever you happen to be.
That makes sense. And thinking about cultivating that state, it brings us to memory, meaning that, quote, we do not remember days, we remember moments.
Yeah, that really landed for me too. It suggests life's meaning isn't just about time passing.
It's about the quality of attention.
Exactly. The presence, the intention you bring. So each moment you consciously choose to grow or endure well or bring excellence to the present.
Those become the meaningful moments, the building blocks.
They become the memorable parts of your story, not just another Tuesday, but a moment you were truly engaged in that process of becoming.
And looking at all these sources together, it's quite a blend. Ancient philosophy, modern takes, sport, Dr. Seuss.
It is, and they complement each other surprisingly well. You get the deep stuff, but also that lightness.
Like the Rick Riordan quote, with great power comes great need to take a nap.
Perfect, right. It reminds you that this intense journey of growth and resilience also needs rest. It needs perspective, maybe a little humor.
Self-care isn't optional. And trust but verify brings in that practical wisdom too.
Sure, you need discernment. You apply these ideas about endurance, about engagement, but you also need to know when to question, when to step back.
So the real magic isn't in any single quote, is it? It's in weaving them together.
Integrating them, yeah. Getting a more complete picture.
So as we think about all this, growth as active work, strength through endurance, the power of the present, what's the big takeaway for someone listening?
Well, I think boiling it down, wisdom isn't about arriving at some perfect, finished state. It's not an endpoint.
It's more about the cultivation.
Yeah, cultivating the courage to just stay on the path, the patience to keep working at it, day by day.
And the resilience to handle the setbacks without, losing yourself.
And the intention to really engage with life right now in this moment. It's about the consistent practice, the doing.
That idea of active forming really seems key.
It is. It's the opposite of just letting life happen to you. It's about consciously participating in your own development.
Okay, so maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over based on everything we've discussed. How might you apply this idea of active forming, this consistent mindful engagement with your own journey? How could you apply that in just one specific area of your life, starting, say, today?